Hey, Luven, and welcome back once again to Unity of Command. We're playing the Desert Rats DLC. There we are, with Catalyst. It's January the 5th, 1943. 8th Army's lightning advance from El Alamein to Wadi Akrit provided the Allies with a golden opportunity to overrun Tunisia before the Axis could form a cohesive defense. Regrettably, diplomatic efforts to sway the Vichy French in Tunisia to the Allied cause backfired. Consequently, Allied forces face 4 enemies in this final chapter in the North African campaign: Germans, Italians, Vichy French, and the weather. Pretty long loading time there. You're charged with Operation Catalyst, our bid to wipe Axis forces from the African continent entirely. To this end, Allied forces from Operation Torch have been put under your command. British 5th Corps currently bogged down in the mud to the north, but reinforcements are on the way. Our American friends are advancing in the center against the reforming Afrika Korps. These GIs are green troops and will likely suffer heavy losses to begin with, but there are plenty of fresh recruits in your 2nd Corps force pool. Finally, 8th Army is positioned for a breakout near Wadi Akrit. This force should administer a coup de grace against the Italians in charge for Tunis, while your other forces pin down the enemy. Tunis turn 8. Now we have Sfax turn 3 and hold. Sus 6 and hold. Kasserine turn 2. Sidi Bouzid 5 and Bezerdi 9. Yeah, let's start down here. So, okay, there we are. Wonder. Okay, so these guys are gonna be back. Can I? No, I cannot give those guys some. They will not be back. Only these guys will be back, but they do have the most powerful stuff. You'll be back, you'll be back. So, except L Force, but they're French, so taking their stuff is not very useful. But in this case, I can actually take the 6-pounder and your engineers, and they should be changeable. No, they are not. It's a bloody shame. But I can take their engineers. Nope. Okay, I don't know why though. I cannot take the... I cannot take the British engineers from the motorized and put them... they're on a different corps, of course. How dumb of me. I don't think they have the ability to give it to another. No, they don't have force pool level 2. Never mind. So I'll just take this and I'll just buy them, I think. I only have 35. Okay, well, we'll see then. Let's take the M10. Take the Greyhound. The thing is... I kind of have to move both of these down, I think. Since otherwise I'm not gonna cut it. Actually, I think I'm just gonna keep that. Sadly, because with that 35, I actually want to give you another armor step. Unless I have enough of them. I do. I do have additional engineers. Oh no, I don't. Let's give you an extra artillery. I don't really have the money for that. And since they are going to be back, I cannot give them anything else but Shermans. I mean, that would just be pathetic. I just have to do it this way. That's not great, but really don't see any other way. Are any of these going to be back? Yeah, all of these. So you're a veteran. They do turn into regulars. Let's take your engineers and artillery. Take your Valentines and commandos. I'll give you the artillery and the engineers, and you're gonna get the commandos and the Valentines. That's a bit weird, but now the front forces are more powerful. I'm actually very likely just to move these down. But I guess I'll dig them in. Oh, there's no rail. Okay. Either way, these guys are equipped just fine, I think. Creating supply dumps is not particularly useful either way. If I put it further, any unit that I put there might also be in supply. Let's put it here. And since I'm likely to retreat to this city, let's see, putting this at 1. Yeah, I kind of just have to do this. I do get some reinforcements. I'm mostly concerned about Tuna or about Kasserine, which I'd wager will be the more difficult one. I should have put artillery up front, but this is a rear guard unit anyway. Yeah, that's okay. This is a no retreat unit. That's just very nice. Let's see. Because that makes them elite, which is also really good. There are no surrender. If I do that, I cannot do another suppressive fire. Just gonna wait on that for a sec. I'll take you in, move you in here, you down here. I'll be afraid of the Nilwerfer. Really? 0-2? Wow. Funny they can even take these and then move back. I wonder if it's just hills. You're in supply, so why can you not use suppressive fire? You have artillery. Not really sure how that works. Why would you? No suppressed fire with green units. Oh. Well, that's a problem. Well, I don't think doing let's see what I have. Don't really want to do anything like that. One thing that might be reasonably useful is the following. I don't have I think if I put this unit here, put it on counterattack, that might be effective. I really have no clue why I cannot take that back though. Going in there is not bad. Right, I do feel, I guess, that a rear guard might help sufficiently then. Guess this is the way it's gonna be for now. down here. Nope. I mean, they are gonna be out of supply. But okay, what I can do is take away that one and place one here. It does something. You back, and they can move in there if they want. I don't really care. You're moved, you're moved. You're fine. Don't really like this one, but I don't want to be adjacent to that. Oh, they're not out of supply. Yep. Not attacking? Weird. I'm actually quite happy that they're pumping this unit because they'll soon be out of supply too. Although I should have attacked with these. Well, I guess there will be plenty of opportunities to do something like that. Yes, please. If I can get these guys to a veteran status already, that would be exceedingly nice. They are again rearguard. But I'd really rather attack with something like this. And apparently this is okay. So I will. Not sure if they'll be back. So. I need to get Sfax on the next turn, and they've put quite a few units in there. Always a bit difficult. Now, I can probably bypass these, at least for now. And ideally, I'll use the rear units. I guess I'll go for free. That's rather disappointing. Here is what I really like to destroy that, but I have to get closer to Sfax. It's only one. Right, I do want to use as many of these as possible. Okay. I'm happy that they are dead, even though I can't advance that far then, because it at least allows me to keep these units supplied properly. And I am much pleased at that. If I do that... Now these guys are also in supply, I think. Yes, they are. They can't really attack. They should be out of supply. Not yet, but I think... I mean, the Rangers are nice, but still in supply, huh? Okay. Now, I don't think these guys necessarily need to be down there. But these guys, they're not gonna do that much anymore. So... it's not super useful. Where can they go? They could go around. They'd cut them off. Let's do it. They're not coming back, so it might not be that bad. And they should... if they... no, let's see. Where's the supply? Not there. That's for sure. I mean, this one is completely useless now. Let's take it. It's rather unexciting, but I mean, they're holding. I'd rather do that for now. They might get supplies, they surely won't get it. See, Buzid is 5 as well, so if I cut them off next turn, I guess we'll probably be fine. They'll just lose intel and force pool. They lose something more valuable. So never mind that. Wow, okay. Good thing that Juna ain't coming back. These guys are just really in the way. And since you guys aren't gonna attack anymore, they might as well just go and take that. Now, ideally, you can just move in there. It is a hold. But I have a sensation that that's not going to be such a big problem. Given that both of these will be out of supply too. Now, since they'll be out of supply, I'm also going to start working on them. I don't think there's really any reason for me to attack them any heavier. And these guys are never going to be able to beat through here, even with the help of that. That's not particularly interesting. Yeah, you can go here. Crossing for them is not easy. Okay, so I have you guys now able to get good XP for this. Nice, 180. Ideally, I'll get both these and these up to veteran status at least before the next mission. Ultimately, that would work out quite nicely. Now, supplies will be running through here, so on the actual line I'll be getting supplies. And thus I'll do that. Now also supply them and ooh. Very nice. Now they're veteran. That makes them a lot better. Neither of these will be back. Okay. Alright, that's looking pretty decent. The only thing I have to do now is supplies. This not ideal. This is worse. I will put one there though. Yeah, I think expanding this one hardly matters, but I'd like to keep this one here. Let's keep those core out there. Weird movement, but are these guys coming back? Ooh, I'm very happy they didn't do any serious damage there. Let's see. You're already elite, you're elite, you're elite, you aren't, and you're not coming back. So ultimately what I want to do is I want to use 13th Corps to whittle them down. And then use this infantry brigade to attack and give them some XP. Sweet. Guess they're trying to protect Sidi Bouzid now, but that's not really gonna help. Okay. Yeah. The likelihood of overrun, which I didn't get anyway. Thought made it okay, but If it's faster for my mobile units to go around, I'll go around. Although, I need the supplies. And since none of my regular units can get in there, I kind of have to. Okay, let's just start with that. So... did give experience. But I don't need to take it till next turn. It'll be out of supply for 2 turns then. And no ability to do feint attack. Well, they'll be out of supply for 2 turns after the next turn. So for now, I might as well just drive forward with them. And I'll have these guys try and get veteran status down there. Which shouldn't be too bad. As for most of my units, I'm trying to get them at least on things like hilly terrain. Okay. No. If I'm lucky, no. Didn't think so indeed. The unfortunate thing is that now the Afrika Korps HQ can run back. Although these are all 5th Panzer Army units. Wonder if they're gonna try and put something in there. This at least cuts them off, regardless. And I can put them in there. Again, in terms of supplies. That's not necessarily amazing, but let's also move these guys up so that they can recover their operations faster. Alright, all we have is 5th Corps for now, so that would be pretty neat now. I do think... this might be a reasonable time to start thinking about breaking through here. Since we're now starting to flank Tunis from both sides, and it's probably a good idea. Have to be careful. It's already turn 9, so I still have time. Well, that was something. Wow. Didn't know they had that. Couldn't see it. Pretty rough. Wow, thank God for that. Didn't think this would be so difficult to do now. At least they came out as veteran. And city is not a hold unit, a hold objective. So there is at least that. This bridge is destroyed. Would have to hold Seuss, but I don't particularly see how that's supposed to be a problem. Or holding anything here, really. See about this one. If I can cross here next turn, I can at least start cutting them off, and moving in here also be quite nice. None of these I do have built pontoon bridge. Okay, I'm gonna build a lot of those right there. I have to say I don't like that unit there. Now, I do have these to put in here. Now, they can practically not get into Seuss. Can't kill them this way, but it should be fine. Okay, so I actually cannot get in there. In fact, I'd even have to break some units in order to get these guys back up to reasonable strength over the next couple of turns. You can technically go now. Do they get supplies in that hex? No, they don't. Let's move you in here. Yeah, I have to put it there for now. Or here. I really hope to get them in supply. Guess not now. And I need to keep that to keep these two in supply. Pretty much. Once again. No, let's keep you here. Okay. That way can get pretty close to Tunis. Sure. They have blocked both of them, is pretty good. But let's start with that. Okay, well, I'll put these guys here so they can take those. Next turn. They're part of 30th, but they might get supply in that hex. No, they don't. Okay. There we go. So you guys, for starters, should be repairing that bridge. Not that it helps you. But given that I need to cross here, okay, that worked out reasonably well. Actually, so well that I think I'm going to attack this. Just 3 suppression. Okay, well, I guess then I'm taking the commandos. Commandos are pretty good. Oh, no, you're gonna be back. Okay. Bomber. At least 2 infantry steps from you guys. It's a bit shameful that I can't take your engineers, but I guess I'll do it at some point. Okay. Can't use all my units anyway. But I can use a fair number of them. I can even do that on nearly all of them. Okay, let's get rid of this one. And not this one. No. I guess going down here gets them close to a rail line, which is probably better. These guys won't be back, so even if they do get the smack, which they're actually reasonably likely to do, I'll be okay. The thing that actually saddens me is that I don't think it's a good idea to get in there. We'll see. Now. Okay. Yep. Jeez. That overrun is pretty harsh, but they are dead now. At least it's their most powerful unit. I don't think they hit units that will come back. No. Even better. Okay. Rear guard, huh? Just trying to figure out the right order. Let's start there. Interesting that these guys actually cannot take this. But the bridge is destroyed. I need to repair it nonetheless. My units do seem to be having it pretty rough there. There was a unit there was a given, but I need to cut that off because Cutting them off means that everything there is out of supply, and most importantly, that unit. They'll be out of supply for 2 turns already, so they're not going to be an issue. So that will be it pretty much, except for this unit. It also means I can now still not do that, I guess, because they're right next to an enemy unit. Oh, 5th Corps, no set piece. Fine. Yeah, you can go for it now. That's okay. Okay, you back. It's funny actually that those guys can't take them, but I can move you right next to it. There will be something left of them. So they might actually still get a bit of their XP. Okay. Now, let's see if I can repair a bridge. Yes, I can. No pontoon bridges. They're not really needed now. The tanks, that will be staying. Are doing fine. All right. Funny that. I have to make sure that those guys remain out of supply. Okay. That's no good. Got quite lucky there. Ultimately, I could have done it differently too, but don't hear me complaining about this this way. I do need to take him down this turn though, so I can't. Oh, didn't see it. I obviously wouldn't have done that if I saw it was a 1-1. I thought it was an 0-1. I expected it. That was silly. QE class BB. Question then is, do I want to get rid of the air supply or the transport? I think of the air supply. There's some very nice experience for this unit. Especially... they can actually stay in supply. Okay, I'll leave these guys on the road. Basically, there's nothing left for them to do, really. So I might just as well do it this way. I have plenty of time to play around with these guys. 3, huh? It's almost too bad that I cannot attack from the other side. Anyway, I should be able to get rid of their engineers and next turn give them to them. And then I think I'll also take the artillery over the Valentines. Both to be deployed next turn. And since none of the enemy units can attack, I'll be positioning these units to go and attack next turn. As Churchill, Churchill is better actually. So let's take the Churchills. And I'll get rid of their Valentines then and give them the Churchills. Let's see, whatever you're doing, it doesn't really matter. We'll box them in a little. And whatever these guys are doing now also doesn't really matter that much, since the enemy is done for. Except for those stupid air attacks. Okay. Time for some experience farming. Goes quite a bit slower this way, but gotta start somewhere. Okay, so you are taking your Valentine, giving you artillery. Ah, right. Mine is 10-8 and Churchill is 6-9 plus 5 armor. I do think the additional armor might be better over the commandos. So you're part of 5th Corps 2 and you're also going to be here, although they already have a good combination. Okay. You're already elite. No, we're not doing that anymore. That's another way to get some experience. Okay, well, that gets them back to veteran. And them too. Next up. Now you're also a veteran. I think it's very important to get these guys there. You're not going to be back. I'd rather attack with you, so they're weaker. It's still 4, huh? Yeah. Right. There we go. Got everything. And the mission. We got at your feet, win the catalyst scenario. The African War is over. Mussolini's African Empire and Corporal Hitler's strategy are alike exploded, said Winston Churchill in his address to US Congress on May 18th, 1943. He would go on to state, the Hun is always either at your throat or at your feet. Well, that went fairly well. I lost some stuff, but they were all non-core units, so that doesn't really matter that much. We'll have one more conference with one more mission, but we'll be going for that in the next episode. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.